Hi, Dave here. It's part 7 of the Maschine MK3 tutorial, and today we're going to be looking at the effects. Ooh. Just remember, you are First, let's take a look at something you may already be aware of if you ever play a keyboard, and that's pitch and modulation. So it's really simple here. We press the pitch mode on, so it enables the touch strip, and we can press something. Okay, simple as that. And when you let go, it goes back to the original pitch. If we do, however, hold it down while it's going on, we can change it while it's playing. So if we have a look at this. Now, and you're going to finish? Thank you. No, okay, thank you. And that's actually a really nice touch for if you want to do some ghost notes or higher snare notes in drum and bass, for instance. So if we just speed this up to, say, 160. Thank you. And that would be a really nice way of using it. With modulation, we've got, let's pick a sound. And it's got to be a note that holds on for a while. So down is always nothing, so that's like dry. And that's your modulation. Now with any of these, if you press record, it will record the modulation and pitch in there. So if we hit record. So you can hear they're actually recorded in there. If we hit the snare, you can actually see on the door where it's actually pitched it. And it actually holds it like that. So it's a really nice way of maybe putting a drum beat in, for instance, and then messing around with the pitch or anything you want, really. So that's your pitch and modulation. Let's go up to the volume now. So if we do the volume here, and if you look at your top right, you've got your master volume, and you can just simply move it up and down. Oh, a little trumpet. And you can slide up and down. That's as simple as that. If you press shift and hold volume, you can actually move it in increments. So if you look on the screen, you can see that it's going by point noughts and stuff like this. So we can turn it down in increments. Now swing. This takes it so it can give it some sort of shuffly feel. So let's put it over to another pattern and put it in step mode and just put it all on the 16th. And let's just play. And we put it in swing mode. You can hear them slowly start to move around and have a nice swing feel to it. What's really nice though is that is the global swing, so that will apply to everything. But what you can do is if we just go to pad mode and snare. And what we can do is actually hold this one down and just make that the shuffle. So that way you can make something shuffle and something stay straight, which is a really nice addition to it. Again, if you hold shift and swing, you can then move it by points as well. Next, we've got tempo. And like it says on the tin, we can slide it up and down. What I really like about this as well is if we hold this down while that's on, so it will remember it and it can move it down. So you've got bass 3 there. Which I really like, because sometimes the hi-hats, for instance, see, already that sounds nice, but the hip-hop is way too tinny. And nice little hip-hop beat. Well-ish. It's actually tempo and tune. Next, we're going to go to note repeat, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It repeats notes. What I would suggest, though, is using your button 1 to hold it. Note repeat and press button 1, it will stay there. Okay, so we've got, let's go to a... So let's go to keyboard. Take tune off, let's put that on there. Once. It's got 16ths on here. Okay, you can go up. You can go down. You can go up and down. Order played. And a chord. Okay, really nice. And you can change the rhythm, so with these 16ths. Crotchets. And again, it can record. So if we put it onto there. And this one will always be quantized. It's really nice because it separates it properly. Now, if we just want to undo that, and what we can do as well, we can do triplets, dotted notes as well. So we've got and dotted. I love these resolve. And again, we can hit record. Let's make it a nice triplet. And then we can play around with it as well. We've got the sequence. You can mess around with octaves, dynamics, gating, and all that kind of stuff as well. Just have a bit of fun with that and see what you come up with. Next, we go down to notes. Sorry about skipping around, but I'm trying to show you the easiest ones first before we go on to the hardest two. So with notes, it's very similar to what you've just seen there, but this time, if you notice, I've pressed notes and there's nothing coming out. That's because this is now, it's now assigned to this. And if I hold 2, what it does is it splits this into one note or whatever you want. If you let go, you can do a whole run up. So but if I want 2, it splits it from left and right. But you do 4, 3, and you can just mess around. Your hand, this is called the hand chord. Put it on there. And the hand chord is coming to a cinema near you. Next, we've got the Perform Effects Select. Nice mouthful there. And what this does is be able to mess around with the effects. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of that. Put it in pad mode so you can see what's going on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Shift and press Perform. Now what this does is it engages this strip. So at the moment it's got a filter on. The moment I press it, again, you can make it a high pass. And you can change the mode to a flanger because everyone loves a bit of flange. Okay, I'm not going to show you all the parameters. That's completely up to you to mess around, and I will do another video in depth on the effects, but I want to show you how to use them now so you can have fun. What we can do is we can use the lock, and this is very clever. First of all, let's turn this off. And while we've got the effects up, we can do this. Just simple as that. By turning it on, it will then move to whatever frequency we want. So if you've got it there, say if it's there, we can just do that. But say for instance, we've got loads of different frequencies that we want. What we can do is we can press lock and select them and lock them here. So at the moment, what we're going to do is come up with something, press lock, and we can unlock it. And do it again. So you can lock whatever you're doing. You can use this for multiple effects and whatever you want. And the moment you press unlock, then it will then turn itself off and go back to exact parameters you locked them in beforehand. Okay. So what you can also do is if you want to save those, you can actually save them into a lock box. So here you've got loads of banks. You can go over to different banks. Okay. So we want to lock that one. And let's come off that. And now what we're going to do is mess around with it. That. Now we're going to go to Shift and lock that. Right. Now we can go to there. And what you notice is the fact that it goes instantly from one to the other. So but we can have a morphing. So that means it will blend to the next section. So we've got a travel or a target. So we can go, say, 2 bars. So it doesn't go straight over. Okay. Or we've got a target. Let's go 2. Let's go 1 bar. And you can mess around with them like that. Last thing I want to show you is how to add more effects. And again, I'm just going to show you how to add them, and then you can go and have fun. Let's put on another effect. Just click right and add something else. So let's add a bit of... Should we add a bit of lo-fi? So just a little touch, and again, and you got the different effects saved there. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it now, but I want you to go and have fun. You can, like I said, you can add whatever you want each time and keep going and keep going. Have a play, have fun. If you come up with anything good, let us know. Send a link. That'd be great. Put it in the comments. And yeah, just watch your ears and watch your speakers. If you think it's getting too loud, just be careful. But apart from that, try out what the parameters do and you might come up with something really cool. I'm sure you will. If you've got any questions or any comments, please let us know. I reply to each one individually, so feel free to pop whatever you want down. Give us a thumbs up if you want, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Join us for the next installment of Maschine MK3 tutorials, and have a nice day. See you later. Bye-bye.